Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. We call it Baltimore Positive. We're getting the Maryland Crab Cake Tour back out on the road. We're going to be doing it every week through the spring because I'm hungry and we got plenty of things going on. It's election season, baseball season, NFL draft season. We have things happening. Friday, Fadley's downtown at Lexington Market. My pal Steve Miles making his triumphant return. We're going to talk about it on Friday. Also, we're going to have Shana Hernandez on, who's involved with all of the markets in Baltimore. Really looking forward to having her on this week. Next week, we're at Costas and Timonium on Thursday. Then Coco's on the 23rd, also a Thursday. And then on Friday, we begin May 1st at Pizza John's in Essex, where I snuck in for a cheesesteak, but I did not get the French fries and gravy the way I should have. It's all brought to you by the Maryland Lottery. I will have the new Maryland Treasure scratch-offs to give away. I have a handful of Harlem Globetrotters left as well. They were a lucky batch, as well as our friends at GBMC and Farnan and Durham. They are the comfort guys who kept us comfortable. We had a little flood last week around here. There have been a flood of winners coming into Montgomery Park, where John Martin resides. He didn't really live there, but he's there most of the time. At least when I'm out there picking up my Maryland Treasures tickets, he'll be there with Roz and Doug and everybody. We're in the middle of home run riches. We had a big Powerball thing going on, but it always catches my eye, John. You know, I'm about the eye candy. People are spinning that wheel, that like that Bob Barker like thing that you got going on. So you are having a little bit of fun over there while you're giving all this money away. The Orioles need to hit more home runs, make you give more money away. I'll say that.
We have lots of winter stories to get to, but I do have two breaking news items.
Okay.
Breaking news item number one, I got here this morning and I had a package at my desk that says, "Do not open until you're on the air with Nestor." So I don't know what this is all about.
I didn't even send that to you.
I don't know what it's about.
It's a trap.
Oh, I see.
It's a trap. No.
I see. It's from Seth Elkin. So I don't know if this means anything to you.
That looks dirty. It looks like he wore that in the 79 playoff, although that's more of like a 90s hat to me.
Wow.
It's more like a McCutcheon hat to me than it
That's not even nice. And
they
the second
got pine tar
news
on there from Paul Skeens or something, no?
The second breaking news item, Powerball winner this week, very near to us as you can get without being us. State of Delaware, which does not get that often.
Well, there aren't that many people there. It's tiny.
Well, I contend these are people from Maryland just kind of flooding the border, but that's another conversation because that person has come forward yet, so we don't know. They have a claiming period. I'm not familiar what it is in Delaware, but they do have a claiming period. So just this last week, a 230.8, I'll round it up to 231 $1 million Powerball was won in the great state of Delaware.
Somebody won 230 million in Delaware. Wow.
Yes, yes. For another $10, I could probably buy the state. But I
hope they're from Maryland. If they want a better crab cake, they'll come over here. You know, they're trying to get me in at Woody's up there. It's a mile from the border. And I'm like, that's Delaware. I do the Maryland Crab Cake Tour. I'm not having any crab cakes in Delaware.
No,
I'm not doing
they have to come to the line and come over to the
deliver it over 139th Street.
Yes. And you know what? Here's a fun fact. Maybe the next time you talk to the all NFC North quarterback that you frequently do, what are they? Are they Delawareans, Delawareites?
Flacco, he's from Jersey. You don't know.
No. But come on, he went to school in Delaware for crying out loud. He figures out. But what do they call them? They're not. We have Marylanders.
Blue hens is what I call them.
Blue hens.
At least what I called my aunt when she. My whole family, my mom's family grew up in Newark, Delaware. So every time I pass 896, that was the exit where I had fun with all my cousins as a kid. So I have a soft spot for Delaware, even though it's tax free. I do a little shopping at Christiana, but I didn't get no 230 million. You know, that's been part of my take.
It is Newark, New Jersey. It is Newark,
Delaware. Newark, Delaware. Absolutely.
Just be careful with that.
John Martin is here. He's well, I mean, it's nice you talk about Delaware. I mean, it's been a long time since you've gotten that awakening in Lycoming, right?
Oh yeah, we had in this while the spotlight was on Delaware, we did have a $50,000 winner, and that was at the soda pop shop in Catonsville.
I know what that is.
So they have 182 days to claim as of our conversation today. They have not come forward, but it's waiting here. The big check with me is waiting here for them to show up, and we're more than happy to talk with them. Just as we speak with people who win the big spin, and you can go to mdlottery.com for all the details on the big spin. You may recall we did have a version of that poetically called Big Spin 1, I guess. um, several months
This
ago.
is
But
this year. This is Big Spin 26 is what this is, right?
yes,
Yeah,
this is
so,
the second edition,
all right.
as it's known in our circles here. Second edition of the Big Spin. And people can check out mdlottery.com to listen to our man Mike with a nice how to win video and explain to you that you could win up to $50,000 instantly on the ticket, just as you would on any of our $5 tickets, more or less. And then, secondly, if you have a spin symbol on your ticket, you may take it to any lottery retailer for a digital reveal to see if you've won between $10 and $250, or if you graduated to the big spin. And if a big spin is revealed, you again do not pass go, do not click $200. Come right here to Maryland Lottery Intergalactic Headquarters, where you will spin the big prize wheel, bigger than you are, for prizes ranging from $50,000 up to $250,000. And last week we had Tony Leitner, and you can go to mdlottery.com to see Tony smiling proudly at his win of $100,000 when he came here and did the big spin last week. And we also had another contestant spin the big spin wheel and win $50,000. So their stories and more at mdlottery.com.
All right, so John, I'm gonna play a little backdoor here. What we do at Baltimore Positive after we do these segments, we put them out at Baltimore Positive and we put them in the audio vault. People listen to them, play on the radio here at 8:15:70. Like we
People
really
listen to them?
a lot of people do, believe it or not.
Wow.
So sometimes they even watch them, and if they watch, but either
Oh boy.
way, one of the big decisions I have to make every week as a promotional partner at Baltimore Positive, along with the Maryland Lottery, that we do here is what image, what picture to put out on the front of Baltimore Positive associated with, our podcast, the video, the audio, this transcript. This gets transcripted, so make sure you speak right so we picks it up the right way. And my little otter even knows you're John Martin and I'm Nestor, and it puts a summary together. The AI is an amazing thing. But this week, when I saw this picture of Tony here wearing the Oriole old bird 1973, looks like Al Bumber and Rich Coggins there, or looks like Tommy Davis is going to be the DH, and he's so happy, and he won $100,000. I'm like, that's the picture that's going to be associated with this, because that's perfect.
Absolutely. That's a great. First
Why
of all,
am I so enamored with your silly games? With your, it's like nice you give $230 million away in Powerball. That's cool and all, but there's something about like coming over to your joint and spinning something, or reaching into something, or playing something, or doing some let's make a deal thing that makes it a little more wacky. That I like it. It's more game show.
You pick the pictures. So when I look at it, I see those pictures of my eyes half open and my mouth open.
No,
like,
not the
awkwardly.
YouTube thing. That's AI. Don't blame me for that.
Okay.
Sometimes I spice it up, make one of us look better, but I can't with the main picture. I think we're going to feature Maryland Treasures this week. That's a cool looking. Are we going to do Home Run Riches this week? Or do we have a really cool winner like Cowboy, who also spun your wheel? We don't know who Cowboy is, but he had a checks at Cowboy up and the wheel was there. But this picture with Tony with that's because it plays right into Home Run Riches too, which is a good segue that you're not giving away enough money. And it was nice of Gunner to hit one out and get all excited the other day in Chicago. We need you to be worried when the bases are loaded a little more often than we have here the first couple weeks.
Well, first of all, I wholeheartedly endorse the picture of Tony. Great winner, great smile. Had a chance to meet him in person during his big spin, and
this is before and after he won $100,000 in your place.
Yes,
right?
Yes, right. And he was smiling. Just for the record, he was smiling before he won.
How much he won when he showed up? What's the minimum?
The minimum is $50,000. So
he's already ahead of the game. Okay, all right.
Just by walking in, he's won $50,000.
And he doubled his money in one spin.
Doubled it, just like that. But you know what? You talked about the Home Run Riches walk-off winnings contestant of the game, and as of now, as we speak, we have I don't know if Gunner's game winner is in here from yesterday, but we had. Actually, I don't think he had the game winner, but the point is, we have
hit
7.
the top of the fence and it skidded. It was you could have been.
Was it? There's a little paint on that then, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So we have paid off 7 home runs, maybe 8, because I don't know that we've got Gunner's one in here, but we have 0 on the grand slams. I know that for a fact.
That's a problem. We haven't had the bases loaded. Well, I shouldn't say that. They had the bases loaded a couple times the other day. LOB 13. No, they won.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
striking
Yep.
out too much. I'm doing sports radio.
We do
They're
not.
leaving too many. Hit more home runs. Cost
We
John Martin money. Make Seth Elkin upset. Do something.
so well. First of all, it doesn't take much to get Elkin upset. So we'll just
He's a
move
Pirates
that to
fan.
the
He's gonna
side.
have a better year. He's already having a better year than us.
But our $5 fast play home run riches walk off winnings go to any Maryland lottery retailer, and you can purchase that from the counter or at the self service vending machine if that's your perspective. You prefer to do that. And again, if for some reason you're not familiar with the contest, you can go to mdlottery.com. You get $500 being selected contestant of the game. We choose every month for the next 30 days a contestant of the game. With $500 just being selected, $500 for every Orioles home run hit during that game, $5,000 for every Orioles grand slam. And new this year, we have one lucky game this year or this month. It's going to be April 29th when that contestant is our VIP experience winner. And they get a chance to visit us in the Truist Club section of the
Astros are in
ballpark.
town that night. Bring lousy
Oh,
pitching. Let's go.
bring your garbage cans and come on down. That's the
That's
Astros
something
that
we can
night.
all agree on. That cheating's bad, right? We can all agree
You
on
know
that.
what? It's not a good look. It's not a
Well,
good
you
look.
run the lottery. It's the one thing I always say. They're on the up and up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
literally, this is on the up and up. The Maryland lottery is, and banging trash cans still disappoints me. And my Venezuelan brothers involved with that down there. I didn't. Yeah, I still don't. My cousin's an Astros fan. I'm giving her a hard time every day.
Yeah, yeah. And a second chance is great and these contests are fine, but let's not lose sight of the fact that the Home Run Riches walk-off winnings $5 fast play game is a progressive jackpot. And you can check that tally at any lottery retailer or online or on the mobile app and find out what it's running at. And right now, as we speak, it's over $75,000 of a progressive jackpot win if you happen to get that lucky ticket. And that will continue to roll until someone wins that, whether it is sooner or later. That'll be a nice cash prize.
Well, next week the weather's supposed to heat up. And the Diamondbacks are in like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday after. It's supposed to be like 80 degrees. I'm doing walk a mile in their shoes with GBMC next Friday. So we're hoping for 72 and sunny on the 17th as well. So promote that. Everybody come out. It's a great cause for safe and for awareness for a lot of bad things happen in our community, but we're doing a good thing. So I'm hoping that the warm weather, I'm hoping that the bats warm up a little bit, the Tyler O'Neills and the Taylor Wards and the Gunnar Henderson, I want you to give a lot of money away next week. All right. Maybe we can make a date next week. Seth's going to come on. He's going to give me a hard time about the Pirates, but I hope that we get at least one salami here in April. I hope.
Well, you could hope that because nothing is guaranteed. We don't know that. Just like when someone is scratching a ticket or plays a draw game and they happen to win. Couple of favorite stories of that. You can find out all the details on winners at mdlottery.com. But here's a story of a Baltimore County man who uses his tip money to buy lottery tickets. And he bought one of our new $100,000 scratch and match tickets. Scratched his ticket and saw that he had an auto win feature. Are you familiar with that concept, Nestor?
It says C. John Martin Maryland Lottery, doesn't it?
Well, close. When
Okay.
you do a scratch off, I mean, most people, there are numbers on the top. Depending on the denomination of the ticket, it could be 4, 5, 6 numbers. And then you scratch the main part of the ticket to see if those numbers match. And if they match, you win the cash prize underneath. Sometimes it says auto win, which means surprise, you've automatically won something there without having to match a number. And in this case, he saw it, and it was a $50,000 win. He thought that was pretty cool, and then something stuck in his mind that he continued to scratch the rest of the ticket and found out he had a second auto win for $50,000. And he going from when he thought he won 50 to finding out pleasantly he won $100,000.
Double your money. I like it. So what I do is I have the app and I have the little scanner guy here. And it's because sometimes I don't fully understand all the games. You know what I mean? Like reading directions and stuff. My wife will tell you it's not my strong suit. But zapping it with my little QR zapper on the MD Lottery app, boom. And then I can tell people like at Coco's on the 23rd, somebody's always like, hey, did I win? I'm like, hey, give me your ticket. I'll scan. And little balloons pop up and like fireworks go off. It says, congratulations, you won $10. And that's when the magic happens, John. That's the fun.
You talked about your wife, lovely woman that she is. She's a saint. Has anyone ever told her that?
Well, I think the Pope told her that. She was in Vatican City here last couple of days. That's correct. Yes.
Man. But we have a story from also on mdlottery.com of a Catonsville man who won. He says his first ever Maryland lottery purchase. Now, we do not question the veracity of these stories. We just are the
Whatever
reporting
they say is
mechanism.
the way you report it, right?
There you go. So a $5 Mosaic money scratch off. He recently scratched a ticket and saw that he had a lottery prize, and he then cashed that in and bought another ticket that he gave to his wife. Nice husband that he is. Brings the ticket home to his wife after dinner. A little surprise here, honey. Here's what I got you. She scratches it and is a $50,000 winner. Now, when's the last time you gave your wife $50,000 as a gift?
Well, I mean, that's nice and all, but it's like community property at this point. I'm like, like it was, I mean, I'm just thinking like he's going to get something out of it, I guess. I mean, she's not going
Well,
to keep the whole 50 grand, right? Let's go straight in
uh,
the marriage. I'm thinking. I'm just thinking. It was a
well,
gift though. I mean, I don't know.
um, he described it, and you can see the details in mdlottery.com, as a miracle blessing. And he said, that's it. No plans, ever play again. One and done.
And she gets to spend the money. She gets to decide what they do
Well,
with it.
again, we don't get into all that. We
All
don't
right. Well,
follow this up.
but the cash has been delivered because that's the way they do it at the Maryland Lottery. John Martin is here. He's the executive director of all things Maryland Lottery and Gaming. So I'm up at mdlottery.com. I want to give you a little bit of option to talk about some new games here because Fast
Yeah.
Play is something that it's a scratch off without the schmutz, basically. But you have some new Fast Play games, and some of them have some fun names, and it's just going to be funny to hear you say them. So go ahead.
We
That's why I
we
do
have
this.
lots of fun games on the Fast Play front. You can go to, again, mdlottery.com. We just released just this last week 4 new games at the $1 price point, double match. Top prize on that $1 ticket is $2,000. Second new game is $2 Gone Crabbin'.
That is an interesting crab you got there. I don't know what
That
those more
is
like a
a
lobster,
very
but okay. Yeah, it's a great crab. I don't know.
interesting crab.
Yeah, it's a crab.
But that is a $2 ticket, top prize $10,000. $3 price point, a fold and win. Are you into origami?
I was gonna say that's origami, isn't it? I did recognize that as origami, not Sudoku, or however you
Well,
pronounce that.
no, they're two very different things.
Yes.
You get your paper ticket and there are instructions on how to fold it correctly, because once you fold it, the numbers that are left visible to you win the corresponding prize. So we will be
Hmm.
producing a how to play video with our man Mike, because this may require, for some of our players, a little
It
visual
may require
assistance.
the zapper that I have on my app is what I'm gonna do because I always stunk at origami.
Yep, yep. And the last of our new tickets coming out in Fast Play land, Platinum Payout. We like alliteration here at the Maryland Lottery. Platinum Payout, $10 price point. It is a progressive jackpot, and we have 12 top prizes remaining in that, so plenty of opportunities at that $10 price point. As we speak, that progressive jackpot well over $80,000.
You can learn more about that and the spring fling at mdlottery.com and the big spin. And my man Tony, who's going to be featured at the front of Baltimore Positive this week for wearing that sweet Oriole gear. I will have the new Maryland Treasures scratch offs to give away on Friday. I'm picking them up from Roz. I'm heading right by because I'm at Fadley's on Friday. The office is right there. I mean, I could even stop at Classic 5, play 9 holes if I need to. Carroll Park to get ready for the Masters here this weekend. But the boardwalk, the ponies, the herons and the birds in the bay, and there's a real blue crab on that ticket because a real artist did it here in the state of Maryland, as well as 2 Bay Bridge links on the Maryland Treasures tickets that I'll have on Friday at Fadley's, as well as next week at Costas on the 16th, 23rd at Coco's, and the 1st of May at Pizza John's in Essex. They send me all over the place, my friends at the Maryland Lottery, in conjunction with GBMC and Farnan and Dermer. John, did we get it all in, and did we avoid the 3-game sweep at the hands of the Pittsburgh Pirates? Definitely here as we promoted home run riches and look forward to the San Francisco Giants coming in this week and 9 bombs over the weekend costing you. I'm going to throw a salami in there on Saturday night. So
Wow.
I hope put the Pirates hat
Oh,
down.
all right.
Gosh.
Seth told me I had to show you.
Do you do everything Seth tells you to do? No,
No,
no, I didn't think you did.
no,
I did
no,
not
no,
think
no,
you
no.
did at
But
all.
you know what? Next week he will be here in this luxury seat. Hopefully he's in his own seat. I don't
Listen,
want him in my seat.
tell him this. This is the one thing he can do because my relationship with Mike Tomlin, he's no longer this. By the way, we texted the other day because it was kind of one of those things. Because I was thinking of Pittsburgh when we were getting swept, and I'm like, I'm thinking of you. And so, nonetheless, there's one Pittsburgh legend, and it's not Terry Bradshaw and St. Franco Harris, the late great. I'll give him. And a lot of the Steelers guys have been nice to me. It's all on video, and I mean Hines Ward and I even like made nice, and I've done all that. Kevin Green before we lost him, so I made nice. Marvin Lewis, Rod Woodson. I get along with people from. I get along with Seth, right? I like Pittsburgh people, Joe Grusecki, all of them, right? But Clemente. Over the weekend, the Massing guys were talking, but Pete Alonso gives a lot of money to the Clemente Museum. So does Aaron Judge and Manny Machado. And the founder, Dwayne Reeder, was a photographer who just created this Clemente Museum. So tell Seth that it is never offensive to have the 21 on and the Buccos hat and all that. But just don't be bringing any Willie Stargell around here or, you know what I mean? Don't bring any Steve Blass or Doc L. I don't want any of that. Clemente, I I bless that. So Saint Roberto
All
Clemente.
right, I'll let the two of you figure that
Tell
out.
him to
But
put a
I
21 on and we can make nice. All right.
All right. Well, I will be joining you at some point in the future. I will be on assignment for the next week or two.
Watching the Cleveland Guardians, no doubt. Preparing for the Browns draft, I'm sure. John Martin is here. I gave him trouble about his Ohio background. I'll give Seth Elkins some trouble about that Western Pennsylvania nonsense. As the NFL draft is there in a couple weeks, a lot of folks going up. It's one of the reasons I have the Clemente Museum curator on because he's a great guy. But on top of that, the Clemente Museum is a place you need to go if you make your way up to Pittsburgh, especially if you love sports. John Martin is here. He's giving money away, hopefully more money away as the Home Run Riches contest kicks into gear here and we get the big spin stories ahead. I am Nestor. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. We never stop talking. Baltimore, positive. Stay with us.